Ladies and gentlemen, let me point out an acquaintance of mine, Paul here. I consider him and Shannon friends in the sense that I could be good friends with them. I'm on a very good level with, I think, all atheists online for the most part. At least those that, are like Paul and Dillahunty and things like that, those that have some ability to cognitively punch themselves out of a wet paper bag. Most Christians don't, but anyway. Paul here used to be a young earth creationist, and Ken Ham is responsible for him being an atheist right now. So any of you young earth creationists out there that don't like Paul and you think he's doing harm to quote unquote your form of the gospel, unquote, I want you to know he has more integrity than any of you. This atheist, my friend who I would trust more than any other, or I should say, I would trust Paul here. I'd trust Paul and Shannon more than I would trust any young earth creationist, including and up to Ken Ham. But anyway, look at the kind of guy you young earth creationists are defending. Look at this. And it takes Paul to point this kind of stuff out. Watch.
This Apologia, who has a cartoon of himself with a whole lot more muscles than he really has. That's
Yeah, who would ever idealize their cartoon form?
You like him?
I mean, good grief. Why in the world did Hovind even have to do that? And by the way, Paul's not a small guy. It's such a stupid thing.
My daughter, you look at me. I wasn't about to help him. I thought, wow, this is going to be good.
Welcome to Apologia, where a former Christian takes a look at the claims of Christians.
So you spend your whole program poking holes in Christians and Christianity. That's what Apologia does, examining the claims of Christians as a former Christian.
And usually that means claims about science,
He always picks on Ken Ham. Ham and egg, he calls it answers from Genesis.
history, philosophy, sociology, or theology. But today, I'm adding an entry to my Creation for Cash series, where I look behind the scenes at the conduct and activity of a creation ministry. Specifically today, Kent Hovind's Dinosaur Adventure.
Would you look at that? An atheist has the integrity to call a Christian, well, a acclaimed Christian to account, real account, not for a potty mouth, but, real account, like fleecing old women for money, something the Bible says don't do.
And compound in Lenox, Alabama. It's been exactly a year since my last update on Kent,
Any more questions from Apologia? Send them on, guys. That was a year ago.
when we were awaiting a verdict on his $500 million lawsuit against the US government. Something just as ridiculous as it sounds. And while Kent's antics in the past could seem like something to snicker at for entertainment, as he was most often hurting himself, like the rest of the planet, Kent's world got dark.
Shannon pulls or used to do all the backgrounding videos. And let me tell you, there's some real genius in what she does. I mean, you got to be clever to see it. But let me tell you, between Paul and Shannon, Shannon might be the one who's actually the more brilliant. Paul will probably agree. Anyway.
In 2020 and 2021, and it's not so silly anymore. To be clear, this video is not an ad hominem attack toward Kent's thoughts about human origins. Nothing we talk about today has any impact at all on the truth or non-truth
By the way, I do like to add hominin to my soups and stews.
of his ideas about creation, evolution, and the age of the Earth. There's a library of existing and future videos to refute those. And some of you may wonder why I have a Creation for Cash series at all. This is an ideas channel, not a drama channel.
By the way, Paul may historically go down as the one who single-handedly took down all three Young Earth Creation Ministries here, and I hope he does.
Well, unfortunately, the damage done by creation ministries isn't limited to pseudoscience and indoctrination. Far too often, they are financially defrauding people under false pretenses, and doing direct and indirect physical harm as well. Here's the
Tell
voice of
us
Kent's
more.
third wife, Cindy, expressing her concerns.
Their motive is the continuation of the income stream from donors like me who require the false impression that they are donating to godly men. While this ministry helps many believe the Bible is scientifically accurate, it is abundantly evidence that the men who presently run this ministry are unfaithful, unscrupulous, and unworthy.
Look at what a retard Kent is. He's writing down as if he hasn't heard it before. He probably has those kinds of accusations to memory. See, he's doing something here that just reeks of posturing. Posturing. Standing for posturing. I wonder who else postures. Oh, I digress.
Such donations from the sacrificial giving of well-meaning donors. Donors won't give if they see the truth that Ken Hovind, his godless behavior.
Oh, it's godless behavior. It is unchristian, and you guys defend him.
Who loved him and served this ministry with all their hearts. This is Con Artist 101, so you can steal my money and throw me out the door like trash.
I know there are many Christians and young Earth creationists in my audience, and if any of you are still supporting Kent Hovind financially, I hope that after watching this, you'll consider putting that kingdom investment elsewhere.
Thank you, Paul. I greatly appreciate the fact that you have integrity, and it takes an atheist to tell Christians how to act. This is the kind of Christianity we have here on the YouTubes, folks. And you wonder why I'm shaking the dust off of my feet. Remember, this is my final but not last statement. My last words, but not final thoughts.